I have arrived in Qatar. Already, there's a big problem and things are already completely off schedule. We finally have a car. We've made it to the night session. It does just feel a little off rhythm, so I don't really know what to do. It's a red flag. I have arrived in Qatar for the first round of the World Endurance Championship. This will be my first race that I've covered outside of North America. I've been to Le Mans as a fan. My wife and I have traveled quite a lot, but this will be my first race that I'm covering. It's quite a bit from home. 12-hour plane ride, not my favorite way, but it is what it is. So we're here. I can't even get credentials yet. We're here super early. I'm just gonna walk down the pit lane and sort of see what everything looks like. Okay, I've been here all of 2 hours, and already there's a big problem. I noticed walking down the grid that a lot of the cars were not yet here, and the garages were closed, including my clients. And I guess there's some shipping issues. They say there's issues in the Red Sea. I've read a lot online about that Red Sea sort of issues. I don't know if that's what this is. I don't know if it's geopolitical or if it's just a genuine shipping problem, but yeah, a lot of the cars aren't here and they don't seem to know when they're gonna get here. So I don't really know what to do. I'm just gonna keep walking around for now and try to get acclimated with this place. I think I'm gonna go on a track walk later, try to run the inner ring with Harry and sort of see what I can figure out about this place. But yeah, I don't know. No sign of the cars.
What up? It's Greg's Fly. Well, Greg's Fly. You need like a cheeky soundbite, like you know, Joe Rogan. He's like, welcome to Joe Rogan's podcast.
The Joe Rogan experience.
Yeah.
Any other tips?
Nah, just keep crushing it.
I'll say this, despite the lack of cars, this place is buzzing, man. This place is pretty cool.
Morning.
How are you?
Oh, long range. All right, we've been here one day and things are already completely off schedule. So WEC have made the difficult decision to postpone the prologue, which is 2 days of testing basically, until Monday and Tuesday. It was originally supposed to be today, Saturday, and Sunday. But now that does back up a lot of our content, which, you know, we'll deal with. But we still have a media session this morning with the Heart of Racing crew. So we'll go shoot them. We'll go shoot some driver intro stuff. We'll do some interviews for the long form content we'll be making after the weekend. And so there's still plenty to do. So the delivery schedule is all messed up, but we're still gonna get right into it and hit the ground running. We have a car. All right, day 3. We finally have a car, as you saw, so that's a bit of a relief. Still not a lot going on today. We do have a track walk at 2 o'clock. I'll sort of spend the morning here setting up, sort of shooting some of the setup stuff around the garage. But for the most part, I'm just waiting on the track walk. This will be my 3rd time running around the track, so sort of feel like I've starting to get a handle on this place. I'm not going to take the GoPro setup on the track walk. I'm just going to focus on my client. But here are a few shots from that. And tomorrow, we finally get on the racetrack. All right, day 4. Today, cars get on track. Very exciting, finally. We will not be going out for the first session, so the way the schedule is kind of weird. You basically choose if you want to go out for the first session or FP4, but you can't do both. Everyone can do FP2 and FP3. So we've chosen to go out in FP4, which is good for me because that's a golden hour session. So, and the FP1 this morning is sort of in the afternoon trash light. So it sort of works out for me also. I can sort of head out and, you know, basically shoot. None of my client cars are going to go out, but I'm still going to go out and shoot and see if I can find some good spots and get the lay of the land when cars are on track. So I'm pretty excited. Just going to walk around, go to scrutineering, and then hopefully it's time for FP1. practice session is underway. It's very windy, sorry. My clients aren't out, but I'm out here anyway. I just trying to learn the track and sort of, I'm testing out handheld, not testing, I'm practicing out handheld, just trying to get some reps in. You know, I get to shoot a session that doesn't really matter as far as my work's concerned, so I get a little bit warmed up. So feeling pretty good. It's long walks. I mean, at some parts of the track, you're very far away, so I've just been sort of skipping those parts when I'm handheld. Yeah, just gonna keep walking around and keep finding more spots. Harry, any tips for shooting at night?
Don't use a polarizer. Although I use a polarizer, so that's probably not good advice. Follow the light. Utilize this, not this, in blue hour. Aperture is your best friend.
Yeah.
2.8 and under. Crank that ISO. Doesn't matter if it's grainy. We've got AI now. If the number's not in, it's not in. All these people doing all this arty, wishy-washy shit, and you can't read the number. If the number's not in, it is not in.
Okay, we've made it to the night session. It doesn't seem that way. It seems extremely bright. It's because this track is sort of extremely well lit. The session earlier went pretty good. It was just more of a recon for me since none of my clients were out. But now they're getting out for the first time. And this session is the longest session, practice session I've ever shot. This is 5 hours long. So it's 6 o'clock right now. And this thing goes all the way to 11 o'clock at night. So I think I'm gonna start on track, probably walk. We're in turn 6, that's where we're gonna start. Probably walk almost all the way around the track, and then I'm gonna try to end on the pit lane. So because the client needs clips and stuff, I'm gonna start on track. That's the most important for me tonight, even though I'd rather start in the pit lane. But yeah, we'll see what she gets us. Red flag. All right, another red flag. So I'm just gonna update on sort of what I think on the track. So I've shot for, I don't know, 5 hours or so now. And after the track walk, I was sort of saying I think it was going to be a hard track to shoot, but now that I've been out here a bit, I don't think that's the case. There are a lot of places where it's got good action. You're close to the cars, they're coming at you. They've got good action going over the curb, so I'm quite enjoying it. And at night, for a nighttime track, this is definitely one of the better sessions and tracks I've ever shot at night. So tons of light everywhere, tons of cool stuff. I'm really enjoying that part. Okay, it's a new day. Today is the last day of the prologue. It's Tuesday. Originally this was supposed to be on Sunday, but it's the last day of the prologue. We have 2 sessions today. One of them is already done. I spent a full 3-hour session on the pit lane this morning because I didn't really have anything from there up to this point. So, and for this free practice, the last one, I'm gonna spend the entire 3 hours on track. It takes us almost a golden hour. So I'm gonna sort of just walk around the ring road and then sort of end what I would think my sunset spot would be to try to get something out of it. It ends just a tick too early, but that's okay. All right, let me show you where I'm starting. So there's this sort of sports academy building that I'm gonna start at. I'm gonna work this section and try to get that in the backdrop. Because this is a desert, there's not a lot of backdrop available. So I feel like when I find something that can be a backdrop, that's where I'm gonna stay. So I'm gonna work this section here for now and then hopefully end up at a good golden hour spot. All right, red flag. We're halfway through the session. I haven't made it quite as far as I wanted to. Sometimes I just feel like I'm on like the wrong cycle of I'll get to a new spot that I really need and the car will come into the pits. I'll wait a long time they'll come out, I'll get the shot, then I'll start to move to the next spot, but then they'll come into the pits again. It's just like, I'm just feel a little off rhythm. So I'm probably a mile from where I'm gonna be at sunset, and there's about an hour and a half left. So I'm gonna sort of hightail it over there and hopefully set up and get a good spot for the almost gold medal. That's the light when the session's over. Who does that? It's like 5 o'clock, I think the session's over, and sunsets at 5:30, so it's a little more like a golden half hour, but I think it went pretty good. There were quite a few people over there, and I sort of found this little barrier that was bent up a little bit, and the sun was like really hitting it, so I tried to keep the camera low and sort of use it as a reflection. So I don't know. I hope it worked out. I got a couple safety shots. It looked good on the camera, but we'll see how it looks in post. All right, and that's gonna be it for the prologue. So it was a pretty sort of long and kind of weird week and a half with all the delays and stuff, but you know, I think we did all right. We have a short turnaround for the race. I was supposed to have 3 days off to sort of do the edits, so it's a little bit compressed, but I thought the prologue went super good. I'm pretty happy. The track is not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be originally, so that makes me excited for the race week. Gonna do something a little different during the race week, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, first international trips in the books, first WEC race is in the books, and we'll see what the future holds. If you've made it this far in the video, know that I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one.